Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Valsa Williams and with me is Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds talks with President of the Maldives, Ibrahim Mohammed Solih, in New Delhi, says India-Maldives partnership is not only working in the interest of citizens, but is also a source of peace, stability and prosperity for the region. India and the Maldives exchanged several agreements, including on cybersecurity, disaster management and police infrastructure development. Proceedings in Rajya Sabha hampered following protest over alleged misuse of central investigating agencies. India is keeping a close watch over the spread of cases of monkeypox disease. 8 cases have been detected so far in the country, says Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia in Rajya Sabha. Prime Minister lauds outstanding accomplishment of 6 billion UPI transactions in July. Government asserts performance of the Indian rupee is much better than its peer currencies and its value is increasing. Atal Innovation Mission launches call for applications for its 2 leading programs, Atal Incubation Center and Atal Community Innovation Center. Tiranga Utsav to be celebrated in New Delhi this evening on 146th birth anniversary of Pingali Venkaiah. Home Minister Amit Shah to participate in the event. In Commonwealth Games, Indian women's team to take on South Africa in lawn bowls final at Birmingham this afternoon, and in cricket, India to take on the West Indies in the 3rd T20 international match at the Warner Park in Basseterre, St. Kitts this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held delegation-level talks with President of the Maldives, Ibrahim Mohammed Solih, in New Delhi today. Both sides reviewed bilateral ties and discussed ways to strengthen linkages in areas of development partnership, trade, connectivity and P2P ties, among others. In the joint press statement after the talks, Mr. Modi said they reviewed projects for the construction of 4,000 social housing units in Greater Malé.
ये मालदीव का सबसे बड़ा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट होगा। हमने आज ग्रेटर माले में 4,000 सोशल हाउसिंग यूनिट्स उसके निर्माण के प्रोजेक्ट का रिव्यू भी किया। मुझे ये घोषणा करते हुए प्रसन्नता है कि हम इसके अतिरिक्त 2,000 सोशल हाउसिंग यूनिट्स के लिए भी फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट देंगे। हमने $100 मिलियन की अतिरिक्त लाइन ऑफ क्रेडिट देने का निर्णय भी किया है, ताकि सभी प्रोजेक्ट्स समयबद्ध तरीके से पूरे हो सके।
Mr. Modi highlighted that the threat of transnational crime, terrorism and drug trafficking is serious in the Indian Ocean.
इंडियन ओशन में ट्रांसनेशनल अपराध, आतंकवाद तथा ड्रग्स तस्करी का खतरा गंभीर है और इसलिए रक्षा और सुरक्षा के क्षेत्र में भारत और मालदीव के बीच करीबी संपर्क और समन्वय पूरे क्षेत्र की शांति और स्थिरता के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। इन सभी साझा चुनौतियों के खिलाफ हमने अपना सहयोग बढ़ाया है।
The Prime Minister said the India-Maldives partnership is not only working in the interest of the citizens of both the countries, but also becoming a source of peace, stability and prosperity for the region. He asserted that India has been and will continue to be the first responder in any need or crisis of the Maldives. The Maldivian president said Maldives-India relationship goes beyond diplomacy and this visit is an affirmation of the close bond between the two countries. India and the Maldives exchanged several agreements, including on cybersecurity, disaster management, police infrastructure development. The visiting dignitary is also scheduled to meet President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan this evening. Mr. Solih arrived in New Delhi yesterday on a 4-day visit to India. He was received by Union Minister Dr. Sanjeev Balyan. He is accompanied by high-level officials and business delegation. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar called on the Maldivian President last evening. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar said India's neighbourhood first and Maldives' India first policies are complementary. He added that these policies take the special partnership between India and the Maldives forward. Mr. Saleh is also scheduled to visit Mumbai tomorrow. Maldives is India's key neighbour in the Indian Ocean region and occupies a special place in India's Neighbourhood First policy. In recent years, the partnership has witnessed rapid growth in all areas of cooperation, and the upcoming official visit will provide an opportunity for the two leaders to review the progress made in this wide-ranging partnership.
The Union government today asserted that performance of the Indian rupee is much better than its peer currencies and its value is increasing.
The performance of the Indian rupee is much better than its own peers. We've withstood the impact of the US Fed's decisions much better than any other peer currency. And actually, if you compare Indian rupee versus other currencies, it's appreciating in its value.
Speaking during the questionnaire in the Rajya Sabha on the declining value of Indian rupee against the US dollar, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said, Indian rupee is finding its natural course and there is no collapse. She said Indian rupee has withstood the US Federal Reserve's decisions much better than other currencies. She said Reserve Bank of India has made interventions only to contain the volatility of the Indian rupee. On the question of declining foreign exchange reserves, the minister said the country is comfortably placed.
On the value of the Indian rupee, interventions which are happening from the RBI side are more for containing volatility which is happening between Indian rupee and the dollar and so on. Even the interventions being made by RBI is not so much to determine the value.
India is keeping a close watch over the spread of cases of monkeypox disease. Replying to supplementaries from the questionnaire in the Rajya Sabha today, Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia said a total of 8 cases have been detected so far in the country.
देश में कुल मिला के 8 केस डिटेक्ट हुए हैं। 8 केस में से 5 केस ऐसे हैं जिसकी हिस्ट्री फॉरेन ट्रैवल की है। कोविड क्राइसिस ने सिखाया उसका बेस्ट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हम मंकी पॉक्स में कर रहे हैं और मंकी पॉक्स एक ऐसा डिसीज है वो ज्यादा रिस्क नहीं है, हम थोड़ा सा भी सतर्क रहे तो उसको कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है।
The Health Minister said the centre has taken proactive steps including issuing guidelines to the states in the month of May with emphasis on contact tracing to check the spread of monkeypox disease. He said measures have also been taken to create awareness about this disease. The Minister expressed confidence that Indian scientists will be able to develop a vaccine for monkeypox disease.
Earlier, the Rajya Sabha had been adjourned till 12 noon following noisy scenes by Shiv Sena MPs over the alleged misuse of central investigating agencies. When the House met for the day, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu rejected the adjournment notices moved by the Congress-led AAP and Shiv Sena on various issues. After that, Shiv Sena members tried to raise the issue of alleged misuse of the Enforcement Directorate against opposition leaders, but the chairman did not allow it. As the Sena members continued with their demand, the chairman adjourned the House till 12 noon. Earlier, 2 newly elected members from Haryana, Krishnalal Pawar and Kartikeya Sharma, were administered oath by the chairman. There is no food grain crisis in the country. This information was given by Minister of State for Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare, Kailash Chaudhary, in the Lok Sabha today. He said due to the concerted efforts of the central, state government and farmers, the production of food grains has increased from 285 million tons in 2017-18 to over 314 million tons in 2021-22, which is an all-time record.
खाद्यान्न के अंदर हमारा देश सरप्लस है, आंकड़ों के अंदर भी दर्शाया गया है और मुझे बताना है कि अगर राइस की बात करें तो राइस के अंदर जो नॉर्म्स है उसके अनुसार 317 करोड़ टन हमारे पास में अवेलेबल है। आज राइस के अंदर भी हम सरप्लस हैं।
The Union government today said 386 acid attack cases on women were registered in 2018 to 2022 in the country. In a written reply in the Lok Sabha, the Minister of State for Home Affairs, Ajay Kumar Mishra, said total 62 persons were convicted during this period for the crime. He said the centre has issued advisories to all states and union territories to review the rules and ensure that retail sale of acids and chemicals are strictly regulated in terms of the poison rules so that these are not used in crime. The Union government today said the total of 189 centres, including National Centres of Excellence, Sports Authority of India SAI, training centres and extension centres are functional for the implementation of the sports promotional schemes of SAI. In a written reply in the Lok Sabha, Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Thakur said 8,119 talented sportspersons, including 3,146 girls, have been trained in 28 sports disciplines on residential and non-residential basis at these centres. He said the government has taken various steps to strengthen sports infrastructure through various schemes, including Khelo India scheme and assistance to national sports federations. The minister said government has sanctioned 300 sports infrastructure projects of various types across the country.
Union Minister of State for Dairying and Fisheries Dr. L. Murugan has said the banks extend crop loans through Kisan credit cards as per the guidelines issued in terms of Reserve Bank of India's Master Circular on Kisan Credit Card Scheme dated 4th July 2018. Replying to supplementaries in the Lok Sabha, the minister said the KCC facility has been further extended to animal husbandry farmers and fisheries for their working capital requirements as per RBI's circular issued on the 4th of February 2019. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has lauded the outstanding accomplishment of 6 billion UPI transactions in July, the highest ever since 2016. In a response to a tweet by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, Mr. Modi said it indicates the collective resolve of the people of India to embrace new technologies and make the economy cleaner. He said digital payments were particularly helpful during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Atal Innovation Mission today launched call for applications for its two leading programs, Atal Incubation Center and Atal Community Innovation Center. Niti Aayog said in a release that the call for applications is a step to expand the current ecosystem of incubators and to provide them with access to global benchmarks and best practices. Both the programs envision to create and support the innovation ecosystem in the country by establishing world-class institutions which shall help budding entrepreneurs of the country. Atal Incubation Center is an initiative of the Atal Innovation Mission to foster innovation and entrepreneurial spirit while creating a supportive ecosystem for startups and entrepreneurs in India. Each AIC is supported with a grant of up to 10 crore rupees over a period of 5 years. Since 2016, Atal Innovation Mission has established 68 Atal Incubation Centers across 18 states and 3 union territories which have supported more than 2,700 startups. In Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the drive for collection of Aadhaar data from voters to link with electoral rolls has been started. As per the directions of Election Commission, Aadhaar data would be utilized to authenticate electoral rolls on voluntary basis. The Chief Electoral Officer, Binay Bhushan, urged all voters to get the Aadhaar linked with electoral rolls on voluntary basis. This will enable to conduct free, fair and transparent elections in the islands.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting searches at 12 locations in the National Herald newspaper case. Sources said that searches are being carried out in Delhi and other places. Over 204 crore 60 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said over 26,77,000 doses were administered yesterday. The recovery rate is currently at 98.49%. The Ministry said over 17,000 people recovered in the last 24 hours. Total number of recoveries have reached over 4 crore 33 lakh. A total of 13,734 new cases of COVID-19 were reported in the country during the last 24 hours.
You were listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds talks with President of the Maldives, Ibrahim Mohammed Soleh, in New Delhi. Says India-Maldives partnership is not only working in the interest of citizens, but is also a source of peace, stability and prosperity for the region. India and the Maldives exchanged several agreements including on cyber security, disaster management and police infrastructure development. Proceedings in Rajya Sabha hampered following protests over alleged misuse of central investigating agencies. India is keeping a close watch over the spread of cases of monkeypox disease. 8 cases have been detected so far in the country, says Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia in Rajya Sabha. Prime Minister lauds outstanding accomplishment of 6 billion UPI transactions in July. Government asserts performance of the Indian rupee is much better than its peer currencies and its value is increasing. Atal Innovation Mission launches call for applications for its 2 leading programs, Atal Incubation Center and Atal Community Innovation Center. Tiranga Utsav to be celebrated in New Delhi this evening on the 146th birth anniversary of Pingali Venkaiah, Home Minister Amit Shah to participate in the event. In Commonwealth Games, Indian women's team to take on South Africa in lawn bowls final at Birmingham this afternoon. And in cricket, India to take on West Indies in the third T20 international match at the Warner Park in Basseterre, St. Kitts this evening. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
क्या आप वरिष्ठ नागरिक हैं? क्या आपके मन में सेहत, आर्थिक, सामाजिक या भावनात्मक मुद्दों से जुड़ा कोई सवाल है? आकाशवाणी आपके लिए लेकर आया है कार्यक्रम एक कदम और बुजुर्गों के लिए, हर रविवार रात 9:30 बजे FM गोल्ड पर। आप अपने सवाल हमें व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर भेज सकते हैं या इस पते पर ईमेल कर सकते हैं एक कदम और airnews@gmail.com।
कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स की तैयारी कर रहे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो लाया है अभ्यास, एक ऐसा प्रोग्राम जहां आपकी जिज्ञासा को लगेगा विराम, क्योंकि व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 या फिर abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर भेजे आपके सवालों के जवाब हमारे एक्सपर्ट शनिवार रात 9:30 बजे देते हैं। इस बार का विषय है पॉलिटिकल साइंस, तो आप रेडी हो जाएं अपने सवालों के साथ। रवाना कर दें हमें जल्द से जल्द। अंतिम तारीख 3 अगस्त। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Welcome back to the Midday News. The BJP Parliamentary Party meeting was held today in Parliament House Complex. BJP President JP Nadda, several union ministers including Rajnath Singh, Mansukh Mandavia, Piyush Goyal, Dharmendra Pradhan were present. During the meeting, Mr. Nadda discussed Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and programs to be conducted from the 9th to the 15th of August, including Har Ghar Tiranga campaign. Briefing the media after the meeting, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said Tiranga bike rallies will be organised during the period. He said every MP of the party will attend the program to be organised at different places. Ministry of Culture is organising Tiranga Utsav to celebrate the contribution of Pingali Venkaiah to the nation on the occasion of his 146th birth anniversary in New Delhi today. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will participate in Tiranga Utsav. The event will include the release of a commemorative postal stamp in honour of Pingali Venkaiah for his invaluable contribution to the country, followed by the felicitation of his family. The Tiranga Utsav will also witness the grand launch of the Har Ghar Tiranga anthem and video. The musical evening will see live performances by maestros such as Kailash Kher and Kailasa, Harshdeep Kaur and Dr. Ragini Makkar.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has changed his social media profile picture by putting the tricolour under the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign. The campaign was launched to celebrate the 75th year of India's independence under the aegis of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. In a tweet, Mr. Modi has urged people to place the tricolour in the social media profile pictures. In his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio last month, Mr. Modi had said the tricolour connects us, inspires us to do something for the country. He had suggested everyone to place the tricolour in the social media profile pictures from the 2nd of August to the 15th of August.
अब हर घर की छत पर शान से फहरेगा तिरंगा, गुनगुनाए जाएंगे नव विकास के गीत, आन बान शान का प्रतीक राष्ट्रध्वज तिरंगा। आइए आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के पावन अवसर पर इस स्वाधीनता दिवस हर घर फहराते हैं तिरंगा और लेते हैं भव्य और सशक्त भारत के निर्माण का संकल्प।
आइए हर घर फहराएं तिरंगा।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid homage to the great Pingali Venkaiah on his birth anniversary. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said the nation will forever be indebted to him for his efforts of giving the tricolour, which the people are very proud of. He said, taking strength and inspiration from the tricolour, the people should keep working for national progress.
As part of the Har Ghar Tiranga series, the News Services Division of All India Radio will bring a special program titled Vijayi Vishwa Tiranga Pyara in our program Surkhiyon Mein tonight. The program can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 7:40 p.m. onwards. This will also be available on our website newsonair.nic.in and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. And now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News, Birth of a Nation.
India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
On the 2nd of August 1858, the Government of India Act received the royal assent. The growing bitterness in England against the company's rule reached the pinnacle when the First War of Independence of 1857 took place. It served as a jolt to the British government.
There was widespread resentment against the East India Company in Britain as the policies of the company were blamed for the war. The fright of the war finally persuaded the British Crown to take over the administration of India in its own hands.
Thus, on the 2nd of August 1858, the British Parliament passed the Government of India Act, transferring British power over India from the East India Company.
As a result of this act, Queen Victoria of Britain became the sovereign of British territories in India with the title Empress of India. This act remained the cornerstone of administration for the longest period till the next Government of India Act came in 1919.
We also remember freedom fighter Pingali Venkaiah. Born on the 2nd of August 1876 in Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh,
he met Gandhiji in Vijayawada and showed him his publication with the various designs of the flag. Acknowledging the need for a national flag, Gandhiji then asked Venkaiah to design a new flag at the National Congress meeting in 1921. This flag, designed by Venkaiah, served as a template on which our national flag evolved.
In 2009, a stamp was also issued to commemorate him. In 2015, the then Urban Development Minister M. Venkaiah Naidu renamed AIR Vijayawada after Pingali Venkaiah and unveiled a statue on its premises. We salute the great nationalist.
We pay tribute to Nihal Singh and Sugat Singh of Mumbai, who took part in the First War of Independence of 1857 and fought the British on several occasions. They also organized a group of rebels, provided financial help to them and led them to attack the British establishments and seize their properties for buying arms. Nihal Singh and Sugat Singh were caught by the company troops during a confrontation. They were tried for plundering and rebellion against the British and sentenced to imprisonment for life with labour and iron and confiscation of properties. They were transported from Bombay to the Andaman Islands in March 1859, where they died in imprisonment on the 2nd of August 1859. AIR News salutes the brave martyrs Nihal Singh and Sugat Singh.
We also remember freedom fighter Dayal. He was born in 1914 at Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. He was a farmer. He joined the farmers' procession to the city on the 2nd of August 1942 to protest the government policy towards the peasantry. He received fatal bullet wounds in the police firing on the procession and died of these on the same day. We salute the brave martyr Dayal.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India's weightlifting contingent has performed exceptionally well at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games. Mr. Modi congratulated Harjinder Kaur for winning a bronze medal. He wished Harjinder Kaur for her future endeavours. Union Minister for Sports and Youth Affairs and Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur has congratulated weightlifter Harjinder Kaur for winning a bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games.
After a productive fourth day in the Commonwealth Games at Birmingham, India will be looking forward to create history in long bowls by winning a gold medal while aiming for progress and medals in badminton, table tennis, weightlifting and in other games on day 5. The action will start with lawn bowls from 1 p.m. onwards. The Indian women's team will play New Zealand in pairs and triples category. From 2 p.m. onwards, Indian weightlifter Poonam Yadav will be in action in the finals of women's 76 kilogram category, looking forward to win another medal for India in this sport. The Indian athletics contingent will start its campaign from 2:30 p.m. onwards with Murli Sri Shankar and Mohammad Anis Yahya taking part in men's long jump qualifying round. From 3:04 p.m. onwards, Sri Harinat Raj will take part in men's 200-meter backstroke heat, where he will be looking forward to doing well to win a ticket to the final. After this, the action will shift to the lawn bowls area again, where India's women's force team will take on South Africa in a historic final where they are guaranteed their first ever medal in their discipline.
In cricket, India will take on the West Indies in the third T20 international match at the Warner Park in Bustair, St. Kitts tonight. The match will start at 9:30 p.m. IST. West Indies beat India by 5 wickets in the second T20 international, levelling the 5-match series 1-1 at the same venue last night.
And now let us take a look at the weather update for the day. National capital Delhi is expected to have generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius. Maximum will be around 34 degrees. Mumbai is also expected to have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature was 25 degrees. Maximum will be around 31. Chennai will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Minimum temperature was 28 degrees. Maximum will be around 35. Kolkata expected to have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature was 27, maximum will be around 36. Srinagar will have partly cloudy sky. Jammu will have partly cloudy sky too with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Leh and Gilgit will have generally cloudy sky. Muzaffarabad will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds talks with President of the Maldives, Ibrahim Mohammed Saleh, in New Delhi. Says India-Maldives partnership is not only working in the interest of citizens, but is also a source of peace, stability and prosperity for the region. India and the Maldives exchanged several agreements, including on cyber security, disaster management and police infrastructure development. Proceedings in Rajya Sabha hampered following protest over alleged misuse of central investigating agencies. India is keeping a close watch over the spread of cases of monkeypox disease. 8 cases have been detected so far in the country, says Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia in Rajya Sabha. Prime Minister lauds outstanding accomplishment of 6 billion UPI transactions in July. Government asserts performance of the Indian rupee is much better than its peer currencies and its value is increasing. Atal Innovation Mission launches call for applications for its 2 leading programs, Atal Incubation Center and Atal Community Innovation Center. Tiranga Utsav to be celebrated in New Delhi this evening. On 146th birth anniversary of Pingali Venkaiah, Home Minister Amit Shah to participate in the event. In Commonwealth Games, Indian women's team to take on South Africa in lawn bowls final at Birmingham this afternoon. And in cricket, India to take on the West Indies in the third T20 international match at the Warner Park in Basseterre, St. Kitts this evening. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. With that, we end the Midday News.